If this is your first time visiting my channel, I'm going to quickly tell you who I am, and then I really want to get into what we're going to talk about today. So my name is Sherry Ann Green, and I'm a real estate agent with Coldwell Banker, and I live in Washington, D.C. and work in Washington, D.C. and Northern Virginia. Today, what's really important is I want to talk about what happened on January 6th, and if that is making you trepidatious to move to our nation's capital, that's what I want to talk about. Today's video post was supposed to be about the 3 most common home sale contingencies, and I will post that in early February, so do watch for that. But with what happened on January 6th and with yesterday being Inauguration Day in DC, I thought it was much more important today to talk about, or to talk to any of you who are thinking, oh, I don't know if I should move to DC now. So with what happened on the 6th, it hurt. It was very hard to watch for those of us who live here, and I think for most everybody around the country. I think a lot of us who live here really took it personally to see something so beautiful that we really revel in looking at and respect get treated that way. But one of the things that I know for sure after living here for almost 26 years and almost 27 years, I should say, is that DC is resilient and DC will bounce back and DC will make it right. So what happened on the 6th hurt, and it was hard for all of us to watch, but I don't want it to dissuade you from moving here. DC is so much more than that. DC is so much more than the government. We are creators and artists and entrepreneurs and tech professionals and medical professionals and journalists and real estate agents and financial professionals, scholars, restaurateurs and retailers. This city is diverse in its people, diverse in the kinds of work that we do, and also diverse in our attitudes. But one of the things that I love the most about this city is this common thread of respect. And I think you could see that in yesterday's inauguration. And I think you can see how the city responds to dealing with things like what happened on the 6th. They will find a way to make it happen. We will find a way to move forward. And that's, to me, what yesterday really represented, is something that was hard to watch gets turned into a beautiful moment of an inauguration. Usually on Inauguration Day, lots of people who live in DC walk to the National Mall and stand there together in solidarity, whether you voted for the president or not. It is a wonderful example of our democracy in action, and to be in a place privileged enough to get to stand there as a citizen of this city or this area, that's something that we don't take for granted. We celebrate with the new administration, we welcome them, and we support them in hoping that they can do a good job for our country for the next 4 years, because no matter what party you voted for, that's kind of what we're all hoping for. Yesterday, we didn't, as citizens, get to stand on the mall and watch. We all watched from home and enjoyed the celebrations that way this year, so it was different. One of the other things I want to make sure that you know is that the portion of DC that was fenced off for the inauguration is such a small part of our city. Most of us have not been inside that wall and inside those fences. We have been out in our neighborhoods and enjoying life as usual. So do know that the entire city was not fenced in for that inauguration, just a tiny portion that is downtown near the White House and near the Capitol. If you are considering moving to DC, I hope that the events of January 6th do not dissuade you. We are strong and we are resilient. We are a beautiful city. DC remains here ready to welcome you home.